we're going to solve systems with matrices. So it's going to be where the system is in standard form. So standard form is AX plus BY equals C. What we have been doing is putting them in y equals mx plus b and then graphing them, finding the intersection. But if they're in standard form, it's actually easier to use the calculator and use the matrix because you don't have to do all that solving and then graph. So it's actually really easy, but you're going to have to follow step by step. You're going to have to get on your calculator, and as I'm pushing the button, you're going to be pushing the button. On your portal, you can actually go to the TI-84 calculator and use that calculator, since most of y'all don't have these calculators at home. We'll look at that at the end of class. But right now, let's go and fill in these notes and use our calculator. So you're going to have two standard form equations. Go ahead and write your second one. And a matrix is just a way to organize numbers. And it looks like this, where you have rows and columns. And you only put the coefficient of the equation. So a coefficient is the number in front of the variable. So you'll put whatever's in front of x, then you'll arrow over, the next entry will be b, then the next entry will be c. And a matrix looks like that with these big brackets, and it's going to have, this is called a row, row 1, and then row 2 is going to be your second equation. So whatever A is, put that in, whatever B is, whatever C is. And then these are called columns. Columns go up and down, rows go left and right. So those are called columns. So you can easily make a system of equations into a matrix. And then we can make our calculator do the hard work for us of finding the solution. The solution, remember, is an x comma y. So let's look at our warm-up that we did today, which is actually the first problem over here. So everybody go to number 1. We're going to write what the matrix is here. So the matrix is your coefficients. It has to be, see how the column is x column, y column, number column. AX, BY equals C. So our matrix is going to look like this. If there's nothing in front of it, it's automatic 1. So our first entry is a 1. Then leave a little space. Our second entry is another 1. And then 13, yep. So that's row 1. Row 2 is 2, -3, and 1. Enter things in the calculator. So first thing we're learning is how to write the matrix. Second thing we're going to learn is how to make the calculator do the hard work. Okay, so I want to show you what we're going to do. Here are the steps. So step 1, make sure both equations are in standard form. And now here's how we put in the calculator. If you look on your calculator, you might have somebody else's work in there. I want you to clear your memory right now. So hit, everybody all together, 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. That's how to clear your calculator. Okay, now it says RAM cleared. Now hit clear just so you have a blank screen. Okay, you got to follow along with me. It's really easy if you listen, but you got to listen and follow the instructions. So now it says press second x to the -1. So if we look here, second, and then look at where my finger's at, x to the -1. In blue above it, it says matrix. I hit second and then x to the -1. Okay, I'm on part 2 of number 2. Arrow over to math. And then we want to select option B, RREF. You're going to have to go down till you find RREF, or you could go up. But see where it is? I had to arrow over first. See how it says names? I had to arrow over to math first. And then I went down to B, RREF. Push enter. Then press alpha zoom. That's that hidden menu. Alpha's the green button. Alpha zoom.
Where's zoom?
One of the top ones. Okay? And it comes out this. And then you're going to change this to 2 rows, 3 columns. Because see how we have 2 rows and 3 columns? So go up. Watch my screen before you do it. Go up. Rows is already at 2, but columns is not. You got to arrow up and over to the 3. Push enter. So that 3 is selected. 2 is selected for rows. 3 is selected for columns. And then go down to OK, and look what it pops up. That's like our template for the matrix. And then we're going to put this in. Press enter. You should have it like this. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. RREF. Put your numbers in. Mirror yours to look like mine. When you push enter, this is what pops out. So go ahead and write that down. 108015. This was the warm-up, remember? Do you remember the warm-up answer? It was 8, 5. So our answer is in that last column after we do the REF. So it's 8, 5. X is 8. 5 is your Y. And we did the warm-up by graphing. Okay. So instead of rearranging everything, get in and say y equals mx plus b, graphing it, finding the intersection, we can do this and just put it straight in the calculator. It's actually pretty easy, but you're going to have to do it. So let's talk about how all the different answers look. So, of course, with systems, we have one solution, we have no solution, and we have infinite solution. So in the matrix, it gives you your output the same way. For one solution, it's going to be like this. 1, 0, your x, 0, 1, and your y. And your solution is the x, comma, y. Just like our first problem, our warm-up. No solution is going to look a little different. It's going to have some numbers up top, so I'm just going to write number. It's not going to have that pattern of 1, 0, a number, 0, 1, a number. Instead, it's going to look like this, and then a 0, 0, and then some number. So the clue that it's no solution is the 2 zeros on bottom, right here. Circle it. And that tells us no solution. So I wrote the little shortcut for no solution. So no solution means they're parallel. They never touch. And that's how it's going to look in your matrix. They never touch, so there's no solution. Infinite solutions is going to look like this. Number, number, number. And then all zeros on the bottom. So 2 zeros on the bottom, no solution. All zeros on the bottom is infinite solutions. Okay, so let's look at number 2. We're going to go ahead and do number 2 now. So we are going to, on our paper, go ahead and write your matrix down. Let's write our coefficients. Go ahead and do that. See how it's in X, Y, number. That's standard form. So this is the coefficient of X, coefficient of Y, and then a number. And then if we just have an X, that means it's a 1. So it's 1, 2, 13. So in our calculator, we're going to do that R, R, E, F, parentheses around our matrix. And we're going to write what our output matrix is. What I recommend is that you don't arrow up and use this, because you're going to have to get used to finding all of these buttons. So hit clear. And follow the steps again that were on the front. These are our steps. Second, x to the negative 1. Over to math. And then go to R, R, E, F. Then alpha zoom. 2 by 3. Push OK. Put these numbers in. Make sure you use the arrows to go from one number to the next. So then it's 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1. So you're checking to make sure that it's in the 1, 0, 0, 1. But what does this have? 2 zeros? Which means it is no solution. That is this one right here. See how it has 2 zeros there? If it was 1, 0, 0, 1, then the x and y would be our solution. But since we have zeros here, it means no solution. You're going to have actual zeros right here. Go on to number 3. Okay, the problem number 3 is nothing's wrong with the top one, but the second one, it's written as y equals. Remember, it needs to be in standard form. So we are going to rewrite this system. The second one, I'm going to have to rewrite it so that it's x, y, and number. So I need to move this 4x to the other side. So pay attention. Move the 4x to the other side. We're going to subtract 4x on both sides. And now we have negative 4x plus y equals negative 11. It has to be ax by equals c. The first one was already written like that. So the first row is 2, negative 5, 19. Now the second row, see how we rearranged it? It's now negative 4, 1, negative 11. If it's not in standard form, you have to rearrange it, like we did right here. Does it say ax plus by equals c? See how it says y equals mx plus b? It's the wrong form. So move the x to the other side. See how I did it here, minus 4x to both sides, and then rewrite it?
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so now we're going to do the RREF. So I'm going to hit clear. Follow the steps. Second matrix. Over to math. I'm going to go up to RREF. It's faster. Alpha zoom. Make sure it's a 2x3. Push enter. Put your numbers in. Push enter. Write what you have that you get whenever you push enter. See how it's in the 1, 0 number, 0, 1 a number? That means that these are our answers. So the x value is 2, the y value is negative 3. Okay, let's do number 4. The first one is in the right form. Look at it. X, Y equals a number. Second one is not in that form. What do we have to do with the second one? Subtract negative 4x. So it's negative 4x plus 3y equals negative 42. I just rewrote it in standard form.
Oh, so you don't even subtract anything?
No, keep them all separate.
So you just rewrite it?
Rewrite.
There's no actual math?
Nope, no math.
So how do you get the...
Second matrix. Over to math. Go to RREF. Alpha zoom. 2x3. Push enter. Put the numbers in. Make sure you pay attention to your positives and negatives. And write what the output was. Look at all those zeros. What does that mean? Yep, infinite solutions. Okay, we're not going to worry about the last two. I'm going to pass out your assignment and you're going to get started on your assignment. But before you do that, I want you to know that the TI-84 calculator is on your portal. So what you do is you go onto your computer, go to portal, look up TI-84, accept all of the little conditions, and then log in using Google. Yes, but for homework, you're going to have to use your computer. So I want you to go ahead and pull it up so you can check how to do it.